Hello. If you see my hair flying about, it's the fan behind me, okay? Because I've got the fan blaring out because it's a bit humid here in sunny Thailand. Yeah. I'm not going to say so because I say so every time. No, I actually said it, haven't I? Sorry. What are we going to talk about on today's Sunday SoundBytes? I'm going to talk about whether ERP implementations need their own brand of change management. Interesting question, really. It's a big subject, to be honest, so I'm going to try and sort of squeeze it in to this short Sunday soundbite, okay, and see if I can fit it in and explain the basics. Just as a reminder, you may or may not know, many years ago I wrote an article on LinkedIn called ERP and Organisational Change Management, which didn't address the specific issue I'm going to talk about in this Sunday soundbite. That is there a difference in the type of OCM required for ERP implementations than for normal technology implementations? But there is an ongoing debate about ERP implementations and whether they require a different brand of organisational change management than the normal, traditional kind of technology implementation, whatever normal might be nowadays, of course. The argument basically is around the level of complexity involved in ERP implementation, the level of knowledge that is needed about how ERP systems work, what modules are being implemented and what into what industry sector. Just as a reminder, as if you didn't know already, enterprise resource planning ERP systems are complex pieces of software platforms designed to integrate and manage all or the majority of the core processes of an organization, such as things like finance, human resources, supply chain, manufacturing, and services. Their implementation is often seen as a transformative project that can significantly alter how a business operates. Doesn't most technology do that nowadays? Look at AI as an example. Anyway, carry on. ERP systems are I think ERP systems are fundamentally different than many other types of technology implementations for several reasons. Let me go through a few of them. First of all, there is the scope and the scale of the change. ERP implementations involve sweeping changes to processes, to systems, and organizational structures. These changes impact a large number of employees across multiple departments. The scale of change is much greater, than a typical software or IT system rollout. The second point I'd like to make is the complexity of the technology. ERP systems are highly complex with numerous modules, configurations, and integrations. Employees must learn new skills and workflows to effectively use the new system. The level of technical knowledge required is significantly higher than for more siloed or standalone operations. Okay. Next one is business process transformation. Implementing an ERP system often requires organizations to re-engineer their core business process to align with the ERP I hate the word best practices, good practices, let's call them. This level of process transformation can be highly disruptive and requires a more comprehensive change management approach. Then there is cross-functional impact. ERP systems touch multiple functions and departments across an organisation. Change management has to address the needs and concerns of a large bunch of diverse stakeholder groups, from finance to operations to IT, etc. Coordinating change across these boundaries is critical for change success. There's also the issue of long implementation timelines. ERP implementations can take anywhere between 12 and 24 months or longer to complete. Sustaining a good level of momentum, engagement and adoption over this kind of extended timeline requires a more robust and strategic change management plan. Then there's higher stakes, and risks involved. The financial and operational stakes are much higher with ERP implementations. So failure can result in significant cost overruns. And you'll have seen on LinkedIn many posts by my good friend Eric Kimberling about ERP failure. So take a look at those. Yeah. Anyway, so failure, as I said, can result in significant cost overruns, business disruptions. Just bear with me, I'm having a bit of a technical issue. So got over that very quickly. Business disruptions and even existential threats to the organisation. The change management approach must be more proactive and a great deal more risk mitigating. So, what is my conclusion, I hear you ask? So, I guess, yes, ERP implementations do require a different brand of organisational change management compared to other technology implementations. The difference lies in the scope and the breadth of the change, the depth of knowledge required, the change management strategies employed, and the level of risk involved. ERP systems, by their very nature, demand a holistic, integrated approach to change management that addresses the entire organisation and aligns with strategic business objectives. In contrast, other technology implementations often allow for more focused, flexible, and localized change management approaches. By recognizing and adapting to these differences, organizations can far better prepare for the unique challenges and opportunities presented by ERP implementations that ultimately increase the likelihood of a successful transition and a realization of the expected benefits. Thank you very much again. Let me have your thoughts. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is starting to get a bit more engagement, so it's looking good, but obviously I would like to get far more engagement than I have at the moment. I'll see you again soon. Cheers.